Hey everybody, this is Justin with zZounds. Thank you for tuning in. This is our stream on this absolute beauty of an amp over here. This is the Bad Cat Black Cat. And we're gonna go through and go do a deep dive on this and show you what this kind of thing, this amp can do. There's more than you'd think under the hood right there. So yeah, let's just dive in. I absolutely loved this amp. I'm a big fan of it. And there's some new updates and features that they kind of optimized for the new iteration of this. So just right away, you might notice the front panel knobs are on the front. The logo got kind of changed. So yeah, looks slick. Sounds great. You just heard it on the dirty channel. So before I kind of get back into some more playing, let's talk about the amp. It is a 2-channel amplifier. It's got EL84 power tubes. It has a buffered effects loop. There's 2 independent channels with master volume control for each channel. There's a tube tremolo on it, a digital reverb, and a great effects loop. Like I was saying before, we've got a dual delay going through that I'll show later. But yeah, some really great stuff. A line out on it, so you can use, IR loaders or like a wet dry rig if you want with the line out on it. So yeah, it's got some goodies there to be had. So as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. I have a chat pulled up here too. So if you guys want to hear any features or have any questions for me about it, pop a line in the chat and I'll get to your questions there. So the first channel, let's go to the first channel, then I'll walk through some of the controls on the amplifier. It's pretty bare bones though, so for anybody who doesn't really want to do a bunch of knob tweaking, this thing's pretty plug and play. So over on the left, you'll notice you can see the channels, and that's the gain control, the volume, all 1, and then you got the master volume for that channel. And next to that, that's the dirty channel, that's volume 2. And master volume 2, so independent gain and master for that, which is sweet. You could dial in like your distortion channel, super hot, have that running at a separate volume than the cleans, so really cool stuff. Oh, thanks for that comment there. Yeah, cheers right back at you. So thanks for tuning in. Let's hear that clean channel. I'm also rocking a Gibson SG standard, and that's about it. We got a Boss SDE 3000 EVH dual digital delay that I'm running through the effects loop to show you guys that in action, and that's about it. So yeah, let's check it out. Here's the clean channel, and I'll be a little bit conservative with the volume so you can hear the actual cleans. Super rich. This thing's very punchy, so I love the kind of power that you can get with this thing. Oh, do we have another comment? I've been very interested in this amp. Thanks for showing it off. Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in. You're awesome, you guys. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Keep those comments rolling in if you guys got any questions. So back to that clean channel. I was kind of half rolled off on the guitar. Here's that tone again. If I roll full up, you get a little bit of grind on that clean channel. And I can just feel that in the room with me, how much kind of bottom it's got. And I'm rocking the bass knob pretty conservatively. I'm only on maybe 3 or 4 on the dial. So let's pull back the bass all the way off so you can see how kind of powerful this 2-band EQ is. Here's the bass knob rolled off. And you'll notice that it's pretty similar, but let's boost it. We'll kind of go all the way up on the bass then. So some bone shaking lows right there. Yeah, definitely pretty awesome how thick that can get. You'll notice too that I got the bass control cranked and it doesn't even get that bloated sounding at all. So love that you can have the option to do that. So let's go to the next control. So I got my treble, and I'm going to keep bass at about noon to keep it neutral there, but let's go to the treble control. So I'm going to dial that all the way down. We'll see it with no treble. And then here's it with treble all the way up. I really liked how that affects it. All 3 of the knobs work in tandem, so you might not notice as much change unless you mess with the cut control, which I will get to. I got another comment from John. How is it at bedroom volume? It's actually really good at bedroom volume with that master volume control. So you can dial it in pretty awesome at bedroom volume. We just feel like when we're doing these demos, I'd rather kind of push it and get those tubes working a little bit more at a little bit louder volume. But check out where my master is at on each of those channels. I'm only at like 3 or 4 on the dial, and this thing is absolutely screaming in the room. So it's 20 watts, but it has a lot of volume. So I remember people online when before I got the amp to demo, they were wondering, oh, it's 20 watts. Can I play this in a live setting? Can I play with a drummer? You absolutely 100% can with this, because I got tons of headroom left, and this thing is still absolutely up slamming volume-wise at only 3 or 4. But John, just to answer your question more directly, yes, it handles bedroom volume well because of the master volume control. So yeah, I probably won't touch those masters, but I'll show you guys the volume control changes. So speaking of that, before I get ahead of myself, let me finish talking about these EQ knobs. So the treble, when it's all the way down, you get some nice brightness. When it's all the way up, you'll get this really crispy high end there. And you can get those kind of stratty tones even on a humbucker guitar, which is awesome. So yeah, you can get that. And it definitely gives a more like snappy character, like you're playing a single coil with the treble all the way up. So here's the treble back down again. And then back up again, just to show you guys. It kind of cuts a little bit of the bass when you roll the treble up, which is super interesting. It's really dynamic controls. So let's get to that cut knob, because you don't often see these on a lot of circuits. So the cut's going to function as just a treble attenuator, basically, more like a high shelf. So if you really mess with the cut, you'll get good results. So check it out. Here's cut at about noon where we're at. Here's cut all the way up. So that's just insanely dark then when you roll the cut all the way up. So if you're messing around with the interaction between those controls, then you can start getting interesting in-between combinations. For instance, crank the treble and keep the cut removing the treble. You can get those weird in-between frequencies. So it's really great. So I'll be experimenting with that as I go. But check it out, that reverb, love it. It's a digital reverb, and I think they made that conscious choice to do a digital versus a tube reverb just to give you extra clarity, especially on the drive channel. So I wouldn't poo-poo it just because it's a digital one. It sounds really great. So check it out. There's at about 50% there. Here's it all the way up. So same deal. Cranking the reverb still sounds awesome, so it doesn't totally sound like a fully wet signal. Love that. Such a cool sound. So let's go to the rest of the controls, though. I'm going to dial that reverb back again. So let's go to that trem. I loved the trem. It's such a juicy trem. And we have intensity and speed controls right there. And that's about it. You can really dial in the intensity to a completely egregious tremolo or a very mild one. So let's talk about that. Foot switchable, and it's tube. So tube reverb, really rich. And I got this, if you guys can see my little setup down here, you'll notice it comes included with this little mini 2-button foot switch. It's a channel switcher, and it's a trem on or off. And they kind of designed it that way so it's pedal board friendly. You could just throw that on a pedal board, and it's literally like this big. So it's great. Because I really hate messing around with those big clunky ones because I've already got my board at max capacity. So I always welcome these small foot switches. So that's the intensity fairly low. Let me crank that up. Happy holidays, fam. Great. Thanks for that comment. Happy holidays to you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all these comments, guys. Keep them coming. So, oof. Love that sound. We're about 75% on the, or sorry, 60% on that trem intensity. I got really lost in this here. If I dial it back a little bit, I really liked maybe around, maybe somewhere around there. You know, check it out. And then further still, rolling it back so you get a little bit more clarity. Great. Sounds awesome. You guys will notice I'm fiddling with my volume knob a lot because this thing is just awesome. Got a lot of... Yeah, right. It's a fantastic trem. I agree. It's just, it translates so well even through our live stream. But you got to hear this thing in a room with you. It's absolutely awesome. It just sounds really great. So yeah, so I really dig that. I like that they added that to it. So let's go to our back to our first channel. I'm going to do some riffs with that opened most of the way up, like. Let's crank it though. Here's volume 1. I think I need to embezzle from Santa's Fun. This sounds amazing, and it's not even the one I had my eye on, right? Yeah, this is it's a really cool amp. Sometimes it might be hard to justify pricing in some of these amps. This one is like such a no-brainer. It's like one of those like, you know, set it and forget amps, and you pretty much don't need another one if you like this kind of sound. Jeffrey, hi. How you doing, Jeffrey? Thanks for tuning in, man. So let's hear that. First channel. This is the clean channel. So again, and it's about halfway down my volume. Here's it up. So. Let's keep messing around with our tone controls. Let's do like maybe a little cut, and we'll carve that bass out a little bit. And I'm over here just crushing, you know, like nice open chord riffs and stuff. It still sounds awesome. So I think what we're all here for is probably here in that second channel. This is going to be our higher gain, like crunch distortion circuit. And this one's fun. So I think I've got it set about the same volume as the last channel. So let's hear it. We'll let her rip. So. Pretty juicy right there, so it's hard for me to not absolutely just start shredding when I hear that tone. That reverb translates really well through the mic. Yeah, it's a good clean digital reverb, and it's awesome. I've got it set kind of high too. Usually I don't run my reverbs this hot, but I just love how big it sounds. So. So really awesome. So I'll get back to it again here. Let's do some more like kind of leads and show you some tones with the neck pickup. So, you know. Awesome, awesome. So I got my trusty humbuggers here on the Gibson SG, but I do have a Strat. So I will play a Strat just so you guys can hear that single coil sound, which I truly love this thing too. I like the SG. Yeah. Tremolo's bias modulated. Yeah, for sure. It's really cool, right? Just such a good sound. So I'll shred a little bit more on this guy. We'll pop over to that Strat because we basically got all the features covered. It's got a lot, but yeah, nothing you can't really wrap your brain around in just a couple minutes. So yeah, oh yeah, we just got a note about that effects loop there. I got the Boss SDE 3000 EVH, so it's that digital dual delay, which is really sweet if you guys wanted a digital delay. I got that in the effects loop, and that's it. So I'll pop that on right now as I'm kind of doing some leads, and you'll hear that with that effects loop delay. Are we only hearing the cabinet mic? Yes, that is correct. You are only hearing the mic on the cabinet. We don't have anything else running in there, so no room mics or anything. This is just like all front end of that amp. So let's pop in that delay. Yeah, super cool, right? So love it. It's just super juicy, really sensitive. Like I feel like I'm barely working right now because the amp's just so like touch sensitive. I feel like I can keep my chops nice and preserved while I'm playing this thing because it's so dynamic. So a lot of sensitivity on that if you want to clean up your tone by just your picking dynamics. So, you know. Awesome. So the effects loop's great. I was happy that they included that. You also got a bunch of options for cabinet extensions too. A whole hell of a lot on the back. 4 ohm, 8 ohm, 16 ohm, 2 8 ohm cabs, 2 16 ohm cabs in there. I believe they've got a little slot for. So yeah, they give you plenty of connectivity if you're running more than one cabinet. Yeah. So guys, let's just keep going. I'll do a couple more on the SG, and then we'll get over to that Strat so you can see those other single coil tones there. But so great. So great. Do this all day, guys. So let's go pop in the Strat now. I'm going to switch over. So give me maybe 30 seconds there to go get that set up. But can't do Angus. The SG wants to, can it do Angus? Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's actually, thanks for mentioning that. It can, if you're on the distortion channel. You could even go to the channel drive and bump it down a bit so you can get a little bit like, you know, more of a crunch tone rather than the saturation like that. We got another, just a wow comment. I love that. Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching. So here's that rolled down second channel tone. And let's go even further. I'm going to turn off that delay. So check it out. So you can get those kind of in between kind of Angus sounds, you know. And if you want to do a little teensy bit more drive, it might be more extra. So yeah, you guys get the point there. Really good clarity Even if I've got my reverb up, still got a lot of clarity on it with open chords. Yeah, so pretty cool, right? Couple knob tweaks right there, and we're in AC/DC territory. So it's really, really cool. Thanks for that comment there. Pulling me out of distortion land. I'll probably put too much gain on this the whole stream unless I get reined in. So let's go to the switch over to the Strat, and we'll check out what that Strat sounds like. It's really, really great. I was very happy with how single coils worked, which isn't always the case, you know, guys, on these kinds of amps. Sometimes you'll get an amp like this, and you plug in some single coils, and it just ain't it. You know, you just strum some chords. You're like, I don't know about this tone. Clapton on the Strat, yeah, sure. But if you go to the Strat here, all those in between pickup combinations really, really sing with this. So I was having fun experimenting with the middle pickups and stuff like that. So let me just make sure I'm still largely in tune, and we'll get to it, guys. All right, should be pretty close right here. So check it out. So, and I'm gonna go to the clean channel. We'll do the same thing we did before. Go to the clean first, and then we'll go to that distortion channel. So, clean channel, and check it out. So. Really responsive. That's the bridge pickup. Here's our neck pickup, which just sounds so awesome on this. I'm actually going to pop a little bit more treble in there so we get some more snap on this. Check it out. Really cool. Now, let's keep going. I'm going to turn up that drive a little bit, and we'll get a little slightly hotter signal. Here's a middle pickup position. So is this a 112? Yes, this is a 112 combo. So no double speaker orientation or things, just a 112. So 20 watts, if you're curious right there. So. Awesome. So let's go to that drive channel now with our single coils. Let's see if we can dial in a cool tone with that. So. And this is where I think this thing really shines. The single coils with this kind of a knob orientation right there, or I'm sorry, EQ orientation is really easy to just kind of remove some of the bite. If it's a little bit too stabby, really easy with this amp to attenuate that. Just really love that palm mute sound on the Strat with this. awesome. Hello, hello. We got a hi, John. Hello. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I love all these comments here. So once again, if you guys want any specific things or hear any specific tones, you let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to be doing my thing here. So let's keep going with this. I'm going to dial up that distortion back again a little bit hotter. We're at like maybe 60-something% on the dirty channel now. Let's hear that tremolo at noon with the reverb cranked. One of my favorite Black Cat sounds. Sure. So I got that tremolo intensity at noon. The reverb cranked, you said. Yeah, cool. All right, yeah, thanks for that comment, Nicholas. We'll see what sounds. So. And here's our tremolo back in. Let's do this, guys, because I do think that tone is cool. Let's go to the clean channel on that. So there's that Nick special request right there, tone. Let's dial the intensity back a little bit. I got another comment here. I know you aren't set up for pedals, but could this be boosted into hard rock territory with a decent overdrive in front of it, or is it more an at-home staying where it is gain-wise? Oh no, it definitely takes pedals well, and they designed it that way. Yeah, we had considered doing like a drive, or I like to fuzz on the clean channel. That sounded really nice, or even on the dirty channel. But we opted to just show kind of more of the raw amp, so you know what you're getting. Alan, that's a great question. Thanks for commenting. It does handle pedals quite well. They're very Bad Cat's pretty mindful of that stuff with this amp. It's just got that great tone. I love all those Strat tones on this thing. Yeah, so awesome. Oh yeah, no problem, Alan. Yeah, thanks for commenting. But yeah, such a dreamy tone. So let's go dial that reverb back again. Now that we kind of got the idea of what it sounds like with that full reverb. Just hear that bloom when I'm really picking in there. It's so great to get that little grindy sound there. Really, it'll humble you as a player, like it did me when I was at home there. I was like, oh man, feel like if I'm playing sloppy, it won't hide it for me. It's a mark of a good amp, though. So the amp's not the problem. I'm the problem sometimes. So. All right, guys, so cool. So I'm going to go back to the dirty channel again. We're going to turn that trem off. Go back to the dirty channel on the Strat so you guys can hear that. And we'll do some neck pickup stuff. So I didn't explore that very much earlier. So check it out. I like that. I don't know if you guys are if it's translating out there, but I really like that kind of round tone you can get with those single coils again. So I find a lot of like really great modern players are really steering towards that kind of hollow sound for a lot of those expressive leads, and I kind of fall in that territory myself with my tone. So. Yeah, super fun, guys. I love the dynamics on it. I'm kind of yeah, exploiting that a lot, but yeah. So you guys might be wondering what it sounds like with power chords. I've been playing too many of those. Check it out. Yeah, so awesome. Really, really cool stuff. I feel like I'm a broken record now. I was like, oh, that's cool. And that tone's really cool. Oh, and this one's also really cool too. So, you know, I'm inspired when I'm talking this way. So again, guys, I think we're running pretty long on time right now. So I have covered most everything to do with this amp. Really, really check this one out if you want a boutique amp. They hand wire all the stuff. It's got a PCB, but that's not a problem. They still are hand building those. It's an amazing amp. EL84 tubes, 20 watts, 2 independent channels with master volumes for each. So great. Buffered effects loop, included foot switch, all these awesome things. Can you get hold on. Can you get Knopfler Strat style tones in channel 1? Sure, yeah. Can we hear the mic placement off axis? No, Joseph, I'm not gonna change the mic placement since we're just due to levels and stuff like that. I probably won't be messing with that. But off axis, you will be able to kind of round it out. So before I get to the end here, yeah, if you want that channel 1 kind of Knopfler tones, yeah, if we do those in between pickup positions, you can absolutely get there. I might even be able to clean it up a little bit, so it's like a teeny bit. So yeah, you gotta get those. So definitely you can get in pretty decent Knopfler territory. I could probably stand to adjust some of the EQs and stuff to get it a little bit different, but yeah, You can kind of get that. So yeah, there you go. So you know, quick little kind of bone dry clean there. Sounds awesome. So yeah, guys, thanks again for that comment. I love all the interaction here, guys. Last chance if you guys want any specific types of things for me to showcase. Otherwise, yeah, I'm just gonna wrap up by saying absolutely grab one of these guys if you're looking for that 20-watt tube amp with a master volume control. It's bedroom friendly, gig friendly. You could be very clearly audible over a drummer with this guy. So much features to dig into, and it really is like a just a dynamic amp. The distortion sounds great. The EQ controls are pretty extensively wide. So yeah, can it chug? Sort of. I mean, I won't give it full chug status, but let's go crank the channel 2, and just keep in mind I'm also on a Strat right now, so I'm not necessarily going to be on the right guitar for this, but it does chug decently. Yeah, Strat bridge dirty. Yeah, exactly. Oh, baby, it chugs. I love it. Love it. Honestly, yeah, it has a bit of range, and I'm running the master fairly low. So if you wanted to push that power section even louder, you can get it to scream a bit further than what I even showcased. But it does. If it's like a binary 0 or 1, does it chug? It's definitely a 1. This will give you some chug. So. So super cool amp. Get that sag going. Yeah, man, I wish I could do it right now, but we're at the behest of our master volume level, so I don't want to absolutely overload the stream right now with you guys. Otherwise, I'd be cranking this thing. So guys, yeah, I loved all the comments. We had a bunch of interaction with this one. Loved the enthusiasm and the curiosity about this thing. It's a big update from the for the Bad Cat line. Please check out all the other amps that they have too. There's a lot of other ones that are absolutely great. If you're not looking for like maybe this type of amp, they've got cleaner amps, they've got dirtier amps. So this one's filling that sweet spot of that kind of Fendery clean and the Marshall-y kind of distortion with the 2-channel setup. So guys, thanks so much again though for sticking with me through this one. I appreciate all the viewership. Please check us out at zZounds. We have this here. I think there might be a link getting dropped in the chat if it wasn't before for the amplifier. So please do check out the amp. It's a great amp. Hope you guys liked listening to me go through this. And it's just a beautiful amp. So, oh wait, we got one more comment. Thanks for jamming with us at the Bad Cat Black Cat Guitar Amp live stream. Oh, that's our that's our post. All right, guys, thanks again. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, and do check us out next time on our next iteration of zZounds Live with other products in the future. So, thanks again, guys.